contractual agreement to help NBA Youngboy get off house arrest.
NBA Youngboy's wife finally breaks her silence on YB cheating. And when I say finally, I mean this woman has been holding it together through things that would have sent most people spiraling on Instagram Live at 2 a.m., through the arrests, through the court cases, through public humiliation, through the Instagram stories, through the babies plural. She kept quiet through all of it, posting family photos like the internet didn't just watch her whole life get disrespected in real time. But something shifted, and today we're breaking down exactly what pushed her to that edge, because this story is way deeper than what the blogs are telling you. Because Jaslyn Michelle, the woman NBA Youngboy tattooed on his body, the woman he called his wife, the woman who gave up her whole quiet life to be by his side, she has been silent for a long, long time. But silence doesn't mean she's okay. Silence doesn't mean she's blind. And silence damn sure doesn't mean she doesn't know what's going on. Y'all need to hear this, because this ain't just celebrity gossip. This is a real woman, a real relationship, and a real pattern that's been playing out in front of millions of people for years. Let me break it down for y'all. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the beginning, and I mean the real beginning. Before the babies, before the tattoos, before the side chicks started posting stories, Jaslyn Michelle Hayes, born February 8th, 2002, so when she first came into Youngboy's life, she was young, like really young. And Youngboy, Kentrell Deshaun Galden, born October 20th, 1999, was already one of the most chaotic, controversial, and confusingly talented artists in the whole rap game. Now here's what people forget about Youngboy. This man does not do relationships quietly. Every single woman he has ever been with has eventually become public knowledge. Every single one. The difference with Jaslyn, she came in at a time when YB's personal life was already a full-blown soap opera, and she still chose to step into that. By the time Jaslyn showed up on the scene publicly around 2021, Youngboy already had, keep up with me here, multiple children with multiple women. We're talking Nisha, the mother of Caden, Star Thigpen, the mother of Cameron, Drea Simone, the mother of Casey. Then there's Iyanna Mayweather, yeah, Floyd's daughter, or who he was engaged to. And in between all of that, there were more. The pattern was already established before Jaslyn ever posted her first picture with him. So why Jaslyn? Why did she become the one he actually married, or at least called his wife publicly? That's the question nobody's really answered. And that's where this story gets deep. Here's the real tea on how Jaslyn and Youngboy's relationship escalated so fast. These two first got publicly connected around early 2021, and almost immediately, things got serious. Like, skip 5 steps serious. By the time the public even knew who Jaslyn was, she was already deep in. No cap, this wasn't some slow burn love story. This was Youngboy moving fast like he always does, locking in a woman before the last situation even fully cooled off. Now, what made people actually believe this one was different? 2 things, the tattoo and the title. Youngboy got Jaslyn's name inked on him, and not in some small, forgettable spot. This man put her name on his body in a place that's visible, that's permanent, that's a statement. And in the world of Youngboy, where you know he ain't exactly the sentimental poetry type, a tattoo means something. The streets notice that. Fans notice that. Even people who don't follow his personal life notice that. He also started calling her his wife publicly. Not girlfriend, not baby mama, wife. That distinction matters because Youngboy has never, not with Iyanna, not with any of the others, thrown that word around casually. And when a man of his status, his wealth, his fame says, "That's my wife," it carries weight. It sends a message to everybody else in the picture. Jaslyn leaned into it. She changed her energy online. She became more present, more visible, posting with YB, posting their kids, showing the domestic side of life that Youngboy has always tried to project when he's in his "I'm a family man now" era. And then, like clockwork, the pattern started all over again. But here's where it gets crazy, because while Jaslyn was settling into this wife role, building a family, having babies, Youngboy was out here living a completely different life in the spaces between. Let me be clear about something. Youngboy has never been faithful. I'm not saying that to be harsh. I'm saying that because the evidence has been public, documented, and repeated so many times.
Another thing I gotta realize is, bro, a lot of people don't put their business on social media. She might be going to war with him, like, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Or she might be on some shit like, bro, that's just for publicity. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know, bro, the girls and all that, bro, whenever you live in that type of lifestyle, bro, they gotta be existing. They gotta be there, kinda. You know what I'm saying? That's what make you glamorize. Like that's what make you mainstream and stay ahead. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she just has that mindset, and now like now that everything's been happened, now she's starting to realize like, okay, this ain't healthy, this ain't right, this ain't what I want to be in life. I need to get on. Feel me? I don't know what it is that she's thinking. I just know that that's crazy. Crazy
We'll
as
get to
hell.
what it actually might be in a minute. Here's what really happened that changed the whole energy around this situation. Jaslyn and Youngboy had children together, multiple. This woman gave this man her body, her time, her life, while also watching him bring children into the world outside of their relationship. Now, Youngboy having kids with multiple women ain't new. We already established that. But when you're the woman he called his wife, when you're the woman with his name tatted on his body, that hits different. That's a public claim that came with a private betrayal. And throughout all of this, throughout every pregnancy, every new baby announcement, every internet rumor, Jaslyn stayed quiet. No messy posts, no subtweets, no explosive Instagram lives, nothing. For a
She
woman of
just
her
been
generation,
quiet.
in the social media age, that kind of silence is almost harder to maintain than just blowing up. Because every day there's someone in her comments, someone sliding into her DMs, someone tagging her in posts asking, "Sis, you see this?" And she had to wake up every single morning, log onto these apps, and choose to not say anything. That takes a level of discipline, or a level of compartmentalization that most people can't understand unless they've been in it.
Never sue the other
Oh
driver
my
after a car accident.
god, bro, we don't
There's a
care
better
about
way
these
to get
weird
paid a way
ass stuff,
bigger
bro.
check without.
But then came the incident that broke the internet. Y'all need to hear this part carefully because this is where everything shifted. So here's the setup. Youngboy and Jaslyn just had a baby. Recent, fresh. Like the ink
Literally.
on the birth certificate is barely dry type fresh. Jaslyn is in that postpartum period, recovering, vulnerable, navigating new motherhood again while also trying to maintain a household, a relationship, and her own mental state. That is a hard time for any woman. Point blank. And that's exactly when the internet got hit with a story that sent the whole fan base into chaos. A woman named Janina, and here's where the plot really thickens, who is reportedly the best friend of one of Youngboy's other baby mothers, posted a story with Youngboy together in the kind of context that don't leave a lot of room for innocent interpretation. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. His side chick is allegedly the best friend of another one of his baby mamas. This is not a random woman. This is someone embedded in the circle, someone who would have had proximity to that whole world already, someone who, and this is the part that'll make your jaw drop, would theoretically know exactly who Jaslyn is, what she means to Youngboy publicly, and what it would mean to post that story. And that ain't an accident, fam. That's a message. When the internet found that story, it spread like wildfire. Every Youngboy gossip page, every blog, every fan account, it was everywhere within hours. People were tagging Jaslyn. People were commenting on her posts. The pressure for her to respond was immense. And what did Jaslyn do? She stayed quiet. But here's what really happened in the days after. She made some moves online that people who know how to read between the lines started noticing. Not a direct statement, not a messy post, but the kind of subtle energy shift that tells you she's not oblivious. She sees it, she knows, and she's processing it in real time while the whole world watches. That's the moment everything changed, because now it wasn't just rumor. Now it had a face, a name, a posted story, and the woman he called his wife had to sit with that. Now here's where people started connecting the dots. If you go back through Youngboy's history, and I mean really go back, not just surface level, you'll see that this man has operated the same way in every single relationship he's ever had. He moves in cycles, intense commitment, public declarations, tattoos and titles, and your different energy. And then the same old patterns creep back in. New women, new situations, old habits. But what's different with Jaslyn is the duration. Most of Youngboy's relationships either exploded publicly or fizzled out relatively quickly. Jaslyn has been around. She's had multiple children with him. She's been through the legal situations, the relocations, the whole nine. This ain't a situation where she doesn't know what she signed up for at this point. And that raises the question that nobody wants to ask directly, but
right, he the one that bossed that girl up. He introduced her to a whole nother lifestyle she ain't never had. That girl ain't got no bills, no worries, no nothing. Why would she not sit right here and stay by his side? Like, come on now. Of course it's the money. Yeah, she love him. She deeply love him, but that boy damn near own her. This gonna be one of them situations where like a long period of time, motherfuckers is gonna be unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Especially while you don't ever change his ways for a long period of time. Niggas is gonna be unhappy, and the game gonna be right, and she just gonna be in it just be already there. No point in giving up on something and letting something go when it's already done been this long. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go ahead and see it through, my boy. You feel me? You guys to see it through, my boy. Guys to see it through, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Jaslyn gonna be around for a while. There is potential that she could be the last, but I don't think it's just gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think the bullshit gonna stop. I think Youngboy gonna continue doing him, and it's hard not to. It is, bro, because nigga, whenever you travel in the world, bro, you got all these millions, you got all these diamonds, you got all this, you know what I'm saying, all this fame and all this glamorization going on, bro. You got so much publicity. It's fine shit walking up to you. It's this walking up to you. It's that walking up to you. And sometimes, bro, that shit is just so hard to just block out and be like, no, I'm focused on my wife. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard. It take a special type of person to have that discipline and be able to just to lock all that shit out. It take a special person, bro.
The question for every woman watching this is, at what point does the love, the money, the title, the tattoo stop being enough? At what point does your own peace weigh more than all of it combined? Let me zoom out for a second because this is bigger than Jaslyn and Youngboy. What we're watching play out publicly is something that happens privately in millions of households that will never be on a gossip blog or a YouTube video. A woman who is tied to a man through children, through finances, through love, through identity, trying to figure out how to exist in a situation that is visibly painful while the whole world watches and judges. And the internet's reaction to this situation has been telling. Some people sympathize with Jaslyn completely. Some people say she knew what she was getting into. Some people are out here rooting for her to blow up and expose everything. And some people are asking questions about what it says about us as a culture that we're so entertained by all of it. Here's my take.
One of those crowns I have
But
here
we don't want to see your ugly ass teeth, my nigga.
fell off. I put some like kind of
Bullshit.
Real recognize real. And what's real is that Jaslyn Michelle has shown more composure under fire than most people ever will. She walked into one of the most chaotic personal situations in celebrity culture, and she has navigated it without losing herself publicly, even when she might have been losing herself privately. That doesn't mean what's happening to her is okay. It's not. The cheating is not okay. The disrespect is not okay. Having a baby with someone and then having your side chick, who is cool with your other baby mama, post stories within weeks? That's a level of recklessness that goes beyond just being a bad boyfriend. That's a pattern, that's a lifestyle, and it's one that the woman who has his name tattooed on her soul has to live inside of. Youngboy has 11 plus children now, multiple baby mothers, a wife in spirit, if not entirely in legal documentation. And through all of it, he has continued to operate exactly as he always has, making music, making moves, making babies, and making minimal concessions to the women who love him. The real tea? Youngboy probably loves Jaslyn in the truest way he knows how to love someone. But Youngboy's version of love has never included fidelity. It's never included exclusivity. And until something in his life forces a genuine reckoning with that, a loss that hits different, a consequence he can't rap through, the pattern is going to continue. The question isn't whether Jaslyn knows. She knows. The question is what she decides to do with what she knows. And now that she's finally starting to let the silence crack even slightly, I think the next chapter of this story is going to be very, very different from the ones that came before it. Y'all, drop in the comments. Do you think Jaslyn is gonna stay or finally go? And do you think
Bro, real shit, bro. I feel like she gonna. I do. I don't feel like she just gonna up and leave. And if she do, it ain't gonna be no. There's potential that she, but I don't think. I do think that YB do need to change his ways because as a man, you know what I'm saying. You only find one real woman that just loves you, and just like what I mean by that, she just loves you like so much. She don't want nothing but the best for you, bro. She just admire you. She just want to be around you. She just wants your presence all day. Like you only find like one, maybe two women like that really just love and care for you, and it's not about any. There's no strings attached. There's nothing else that comes with it. So I do feel like he should definitely spin his ways up. But I mean, who am I to tell a grown man who got more than me what to do? You know, man, who am I? Hey, I don't know you, bro. I don't know what you do personally. I'm just a fan, gang. Bro. That being said, though, it's your boy Emery, and I'm gone. Peace.